I remember how the sunlight touched your shoulder, falling softly like it always knew your name. We sat quiet on the steps beside the garden, both pretending we were still the same. Your smile was tired, drifting like a whisper, a fragile truth you didn't want to show. And though you tried to hold your heart together, I felt the distance growing in its glow. I reached for you the way I used to do, but something in your eyes was slipping through. Was that the last time we felt real? The moment when the world stood still, when your hand trembled in mine like it wanted one more thrill. We were fighting for a heartbeat we no longer knew how to heal. Yeah, that might have been the last time we felt real. We walked the old path down behind the houses, where autumn leaves were scattered in the rain. You talked about the years we lost in silence, and how the memory still held their stain. Your voice was warm, but fading at the edges, like a candle reaching for its final flame. And in the echo of your soft confession, I heard the truth we were too tired to name. I tried to speak, but the moment slipped away. Some things fall quiet when they can't stay. Was that the last time we felt real? When the hurt became too much to conceal, when the tears in your reflection told the story we used to seal. We were holding on to something we could no longer reveal. Maybe that was the last time we felt real. If I could turn back time and touch your fear, I'd pull you close and keep you near. I'd fight the dark that pushed you out and learn the words you live without. But that was the last time we felt real, standing on a dream we couldn't heal. Two hearts trying not to shatter, clinging to what we used to feel. And though the night keeps moving forward, part of me stays there still, in the quiet of the last time we felt real. were standing by the window in the twilight, tracing something fragile in the glass. Your voice was quiet, softer than the evening, like a truth you never meant for me to catch. I felt the moment shifting in your silence, the way the air grows heavy before it breaks. And in your eyes I saw the first reflection of a love we didn't know how to say. You tried to smile, but it trembled in the light, and I knew the storm was coming long before the night. It was a promise that turned to rain, falling slow as it slipped away. Every word we whispered gently washed into the gray. I reached for you but couldn't stay. The things we couldn't change, we were holding on to something that turned to rain, that turned to rain. Outside was shining from the downpour, and the world felt distant through the haze. We sat in quiet, breathing in the wreckage of every tender dream we tried to chase. Your hand was warm but drifting like a memory, a touch that knew its time had come and gone. And though you never said the word forever, I felt the echo of it pulling us apart. I closed my eyes and hoped you'd find your way, even if that path meant letting go of me someday. 'Cause it was a promise that turned to rain, soft and slow, but it left a stain. Every vow we made in sunlight vanished where the shadows lay. I tried to hold the truth at bay, but nothing stayed the same. We were losing one another to falling rain. If I could gather every drop that fell between us, I'd build a river leading back to where we began. I'd dry the tears we never had. I just wanna say we'll never be okay. Okay. I walked past the old cafe we used to hide in, where your laughter filled the quiet of my days. The window still remembers how you leaned there, tracing circles in the fall with my name. Funny how the years can steal the soft things, the warmth of you, the sound of your heartbeat. I close my eyes and try to feel your arms again, but the memory slips like sand beneath my feet. I reach into the dark where we used to be, but time has blurred the way you once loved me. I forgot how you held me, how your touch could calm the storm inside, the way you'd pull me closer when the world felt too wide. Now your tenderness is fading like a song I can't replay. I forgot how you held me, and it breaks me every day. There's a sweater on the chair you always borrow, threadbare at the sleeves from all the nights we shared. I hold it like it's something still alive with you, but it's just a ghost of moments we once cared. Your whisper lingers soft in distant corners, a fragile echo of the promises we made. I didn't know how much I'd miss your gentle strength, or how it feels when memories start to fade. I trace the empty space where you used to stay, trying to bring back what time carried away. Quiet every doubt, the way you'd stay beside me when I felt myself fall out. Now I'm reaching for a feeling that time can't give back again. I forgot how you held me, and it's colder than it's been. Until the end, but I forgot how you held me, and the truth still cuts me deep. Your comfort was the only place my restless heart could sleep. And though I'm learning how to carry what the years refuse to keep, I'll always miss the way you held me in a soft love I couldn't keep. I forgot how you held me, I forgot how you held me, I forgot how you held me. Night fell soft around the kitchen window, and your shadow lingered longer than your voice. You sat there tracing circles on the table, like you were trying to outrun your choice. I felt the air grow colder in the distance, a kind of silence only heartbreak understands. And though you never spoke the words out loud, I could hear goodbye slipping from your hands. I tried to hold the moment still in time, but you were fading like a memory losing life. It was love that broke quietly, no shouting, no flames, just a slow ending bleed. Two hearts unraveling where they used to meet, falling softer than the truth beneath our feet. And though the world kept turning faithfully, ours was a love that broke quietly. The hallway still remembers how you'd whisper, your laughter brushing gently on the walls. Now every step I take sounds unfamiliar, like I'm walking through a life that feels too small. Your sweater hangs like something half forgotten, still carrying the warmth of yesterday. And I keep touching the threadbare edge of it, hoping part of you might choose to stay. I held the pieces of a dream we couldn't keep, watching something precious drift to sleep. It was love that broke quietly, soft as dawn, when it slips into grief, a fragile truth that settled between you and me, a fading fire we could no longer feed. And though the world moves on relentlessly, ours was love that broke quietly. If I could go back to the start of the ache, I'd speak the words I was too afraid to say. I'd fight the wind, I'd hold you through the dark, I'd keep the light inside your heart. But it was love that broke quietly, falling slow where we once believed. No thunder, no storm, just a gentle release. Two souls learning what it means to leave. And though I carry what you meant to me, ours was love that broke quietly. it's quiet on the edges of this room, and your shadow rests where you once breathed, I trace the shape of every little memory, the ones that stay, the ones that never leave. It's strange how still the world can feel when a heart remembers what it used to hold. And I can hear the echoes of your laughter in the corners where the silence grows cold. I reach for something we lost along the way, trying to keep the truth from slipping through my hands. 'Cause our love was warmer yesterday, burning soft like a fading flame. We were holding on to forever, even when forever changed. Now I'm standing in the quiet with the words we couldn't say. God, our love was warmer yesterday. I still feel you in the gentlest part of me, the place untouched by time or fear. And though the world keeps moving without mercy, your ghost sits down beside me here. There's a worn out letter in a drawer I never opened, with your promises and my shaken vow. Every line reminds me of the moment we believed in something stronger than now. And I keep chasing pieces of the days that slip like sand through a tired heart. 'Cause our love was warmer yesterday, soft as light through an autumn haze. We were whispering our forever, even as it drifted away. Now I'm living with the quiet and the things we couldn't say. Yeah, our love was warmer yesterday. Maybe someday I'll learn to let you go, but tonight I'm holding on the only way I know. If time could fold and bring you back to me, I'd love you slow, I'd love you endlessly. But our love was warmer yesterday, glowing bright where the shadows fade. I still carry every heartbeat, even though the music changed. If tomorrow feels a little colder, I'll remember anyway how our love was warmer yesterday. morning light crawls gently through the curtains, but it only shows the spaces where you're gone. I pour a cup and watch the steam rise slowly, like the ghost of all the things we leaned upon. Your sweater still rests quiet on the bedside, the last small echo of love we tried to keep. And I swear I hear your footsteps in the hallway, but it's only memory walking through the deep. I hold the pieces of a heart that lost its way, trying to stand in the ruins of yesterday. There's a soft pain in every step I take, like the echo of a promise starting to break. I carry every whisper, every warm mistake, the love we couldn't hold, the hearts we couldn't save. And though I walk on with the weight of what's left, there's a soft pain now in every step. Find your laughter hidden in the corners, in the places where the sunlight used to fall. Your gentle touch still lingers on my memory, a quiet comfort pulling through it all. The world keeps turning, but I feel it slow, like it's waiting for a moment that won't return. And every street we walk still shakes with meaning. In every shadow there's a lesson I still learn. I keep reaching for the warmth you used to give, but it fades like a dream I couldn't live. There's a soft pain in every step I take, like the echo of a promise starting to break. I carry every whisper, every warm mistake, the love we couldn't hold, the hearts we couldn't save. And though time moves on with things I forget, there's a soft pain now in every step. If I could turn around and meet you once again, I'd speak the words I buried deep within. I'd hold you close before the light could fade, and walk beside you through the storms we made. But there's a soft pain in every step I take, the tender kind that memory loves to make. You were the sweetest sorrow, the love I can't replace, the quiet fire still burning in its place. And though the road feels heavy with regret, I'll keep walking with soft pain in every step. I found your photograph beside the window, faded edges holding on to amber light. Your smile still feels like something I remember, like a promise whispered softly in the night. The house is quiet, but I hear you in the doorways. Your footsteps echo in the corners of my mind. And every time I try to walk away from us, I feel the pull of what we left behind. I've tried to let go, but some memories last. I guess my heart is still breathing in the past. I'm still breathing in the past, in the moments built to last. Every shadow on the wall feels like you're walking back. And though time keeps moving fast, I keep circling where we crash, 'cause part of me is holding on, still breathing in the past. I drive the roads we used to wander slowly, where your laughter used to linger in the air. Each mile feels like a chapter we abandoned, pages scattered that we never meant to tear. Your name still hums inside the quiet evenings, a fragile echo of a love that slipped away. And though the world keeps calling me to move on, my heart still lives in yesterday. I've tried to bury what was never meant to last, but these memories keep breathing through the cracks. I'm still breathing in the past, where our love was holding fast. Every corner of this town pulls me back to what we had. And though healing comes at last, I'm not ready to let go. You were standing in the doorway in the half-light, your shadow leaning softly on the floor. Your voice was barely holding to the moment, like it wasn't sure it had a place anymore. I watched the meaning gather in your silence, the kind that breaks before it makes a sound. And every breath you took felt like a warning that something precious was going down. I reached for you, but your heart was slipping away, and I knew the truth before you turned your face. It was the day I heard you fade, the moment love began to drift away. No thunder in your words, just a softness turning gray. I tried to pull you closer, but your eyes had walked away. I lost us in the quiet the day I heard you fade. We sat beside the window without speaking, watching strangers pass like distant dreams. Your hand felt like a memory in my fingers, a warm reminder of the way we used to be. You looked at me with something almost tender, like you wished the goodbye didn't have to come. But love can break without a single fracture, just a slow surrender you can't outrun. You tried to smile, but the light had lost its place, and everything we were slipped through the space. It was the day I heard you fade, when the world inside us quietly changed, a whisper of forever turning into distant rain. I tried to hold the moment, but some moments can't be saved. I lost the sound of us the day I heard you fade. If I could gather every word we left unsaid, I'd lay them gently where your heart once bled. I'd take the fear you carried in your chest and build a place for us to rest. But it was the day I heard you fade, soft as dawn when it slips away. I still trace the empty doorway where your shadow used to stay. And though time keeps moving forward, part of me remains, living in the echo of the day I heard you fade. started on a quiet autumn evening, when the wind was barely moving through the trees. Your laughter brushed the silence like a whisper, and something in me finally felt at ease. You looked at me like you already knew me, like you'd been carrying my name inside your chest. And in that moment, every fear I'd ever held fell away, leaving only tenderness. I didn't know how close we'd get to forever, only that your touch made every cold night better. We fell in the softest way, like the world was holding its breath that day. No lightning strike, no grand display, just two hearts learning how to stay. And though time will move and memories fade, I'll remember how we felt in the softest way. We walked beneath the streetlights by the river, your hand finding mine without a word. The glow around you felt like something holy, a fragile truth that wanted to be heard. You told me all your fears in quiet tremors, and I shared the roads that once broke me apart. But somehow all our scattered pieces fit together like a long forgotten art. I never knew love could land so gentle, like a memory forming in the middle of the soul. We fell in the softest way, where the smallest moments chose to stay. No rush, no fire, no wild parade, just steady warmth that came to save. And even now, through night and day, I still feel how we felt in the softest way. If ever life begins to pull us far, I'll hold to every whisper in your heart. For love like ours was never meant to break. It's written in the quiet steps we take. 'Cause we fell in the softest way, like dawn unfolding without pain. You changed my world with a single gaze, and taught my tired heart to pray again. And though forever still taking shape, I'll always love the way we felt in the softest way. There was a time your heartbeat matched my breathing, when every step felt easy at your side. But somewhere in the quiet of our evenings, we started drifting like the changing tide. You'd smile, but something lingered in the shadows, a distant look that didn't feel like you. And though your hand was resting safe in mine, I felt the space where love was coming loose. I tried to hold the rhythm we once made, but the melody was different every day. That's when we slipped out of sync, when the notes began to sing. Every laugh felt slightly hollow, every promise on the brink. I reached for you in the dark, but your heartbeat couldn't link. Oh, we knew love started breaking when we slipped out of sync. The nights grew long and silence filled the hallways, a fragile truth too heavy to ignore. We talked in gentle phrases made of distance, like we were speaking languages from before. I watched you stare at things you used to cherish. Your eyes lost somewhere I couldn't trace. Though you tried to hold me just as tightly, your warmth was fading softly from embrace. I whispered words to pull you back to me, but love can't move where it no longer breathes. That's when we slipped out of sync, when the edges formed a brink. Every touch felt like a whisper, aching right before the shrink. I held on as you drifted, but your heart refused to link. Yeah, we felt forever trembling when we slipped out of sync. If I could turn the page and start again, I'd slow the world and listen to your pain. I'd trace the moments where we lost the beat, and take your hand before you walked away. But we had slipped out of sync, like a song on the verge of shrink. Still I carry every memory of the love we couldn't fix. evening settles softly on your shoulders, and I felt the distance rising in your breath. You smile the way you do when you're pretending, but your silence held a truth you never said. I watched your hands tremble on the coffee cup, like you were holding on to something slipping fast. And in that moment I could almost hear the sound of us fading into the past. I tried to reach the part of you that used to shine, but you were drifting further, leaving me behind. When your eyes lost the light, I felt the world fold into night. Every promise that we whispered started pulling out of sight. I kept calling out your name, hoping love could make it right, but I knew we were falling when your eyes lost the light. We walked the streets we used to call our haven, but every step felt different underneath our feet. You spoke in careful words that felt like strangers, and I listened to the spaces in between. The wind carried memories from quieter times, the ones where laughter lived inside your gaze. But now that warmth was barely hanging on, like a star washed out in the morning haze, I reached for you as you were slipping through, but something in your heart had already moved. When your eyes lost the light, I felt the truth cut through the night. All the dreams we held together slowly drifted out of sight. I kept praying for a spark, something left to hold on tight, but love turned into shadows when your eyes lost the light. If I could turn the clock and find that glow, I'd trace the path back to the way we were. I'd mend the cracks we didn't dare to face. I'd fight for you with every quiet word. But your eyes lost the light, and mine learned how to say goodbye. Still I carry every memory like a flame that never dies. Even as the night grows colder, I remember with all my might how I first fell forever when your eyes held the light. I found your letters in a drawer this morning, tucked between the days we used to know. Your handwriting still trembles like a heartbeat, and reading it felt warmer than the cold. I held the pages like a fragile moment, afraid the ink might fade beneath my hands. Funny how a single line from you can pull me back to where our story stands. But even memories change their shape with time, and some truths weigh heavier than the lines. There was a day when your name felt heavy, like a stone I carry quietly. Every whisper of the past kept breaking something inside me, but through the echoes and the aching, one thing still stays steady. I loved you more than I could say, even when your name felt heavy. I walked the street where we first kissed at sundown, the same old lamplight humming overhead. The world around me moves without a whisper, but your absence speaks louder than it ever did. I still reach out to touch the space beside me, though I know the warmth I seek is gone. And every corner of this tired town holds a piece of us I keep holding on. Some memories never learn how to let go, they stay inside the heart like undertow. There was a day when your name felt heavy, like a truth I carry quietly. Every echo of your laughter pulled a little more out of me, but through the shadows and the stillness, one thing stayed unsteady. The way I tried to find myself when your name felt heavy. If I could trace the years and meet you once again, I'd lift the weight we never meant to give. I'd tell you how your love still lights the dark, how it taught my broken heart to live. But there are days when your name feels heavy, and days it feels like melody. I still hear you in the silence, in the softest part of me. And though the road goes on without you, some things stay forever ready, like the part of me that learned to breathe when your name felt heavy. When your name felt heavy.